Can I save you? But she will always say that
time is wrong, you're good enough, but things are complicated right now. Just know, you're above them all, you're my best friend, and I love you.
But all I really heard was,
you ain't shit, you ain't level B, and I want to replace you with a man who's rich and tall. But I always want you in my life forever.
bruh, I never felt so helpless in my life. So now what?
Let's go to Miami.
This is probably one of the hardest things I had to do. But someone has to let go. I know you're probably wondering, well damn, what happened on the Miami trip? Y'all just moved in. If you haven't watched part 1, I recommend you check that out first, so you're all caught up from the card above. And that subscribe button is free, so hit that button so you stay caught up with all the upcoming videos. Now, the Miami trip was cool. We enjoyed the sunlight, the beach, and the tourist attractions there. Things didn't start kicking in till we got back home. At first, it was manageable and playful. We were pranking each other and learning each other's ways. You get another vibe when you live with someone else. Now, when we moved in, we didn't take into account our pets. If you didn't know, I have the friendliest and perfect wingman, Siberia. Oh girl, well she has a cat. But not just any cat though. This cat, named Luna, had the eyes to stare right through your soul. Bruh, I swear this cat was plotting to rule the world. It didn't help she wasn't the friendliest cat. And she was territorial. Goes to say her and Siberia didn't get along. But just as complicated as Siberia and Luna was, of course old girl had to raise the bar. One moment she'll say we dating, another moment she'll say we not. She was literally a walking contradiction. She didn't know what she wanted. I could tell she was fighting her emotions. I basically was talking to two different people. One of her personalities was the real affectionate one. I fell for that one. She started buying us matching clothes, looking like a whole couple. We was everywhere. It's like she wanted me to know everything about her, from her strengths to her weaknesses. And hey, don't start. We are still not together. Even though we sleep in the same bed and being intimate. It don't mean anything. People do that type of stuff all the time. Besides, it's 2021. It's the end of the world. No point in getting too serious. Now, hypothetically speaking, if a woman got me to that point of wifing her up, the world is yours, baby. You want that Birkin bag? I got you. Princess Diamond Cut ring? I got you. But you gotta get me to that point. And she damn near did. Cause she had my ass over here babysitting with her. Me? Actually holding a child? Gasp. But me and her niece, we really got along. You know it's legit when you give each other nicknames. I would catch old girl staring at me, randomly from time to time. And usually she'll kiss me and make up some excuse on why she did that. We normally don't kiss often. But she'll be like,
oh, your lips were crusty as fuck, so I wet them for you.
Okay. But this time, she would say,
you know what? You would make a good dad. I wonder what our kids will look like.
Our kids? She was planting seeds in my head, which eventually grew over time, having me fantasizing. I wasn't even sure if I wanted kids at the time, but I was really thinking about wifing this woman up, or giving her some babies, whatever came first. That moment is called gaslighting, a form of emotional abuse and the act of manipulation by forcing them, in this case me, to question their own thoughts. And oh, how this term starts to snowball. Remember this. She was definitely holding me down, so that's the only reason why I considered it. But I wasn't ready. I was in a very dark place and she was there wanting to help me through the whole healing process. So that created an emotional connection with us. I'm thinking things were going to be like Queen and Slim, Kevin Hart and Nico, Tori and Meg, before the breakup. You know the vibes. The Bachelor was actually being a family man. I started fixing things around the house. I was coming in that bitch like, there was a whole different side of me I didn't know I had. Honestly, it was good to know. Everything was damn near perfect. Overall, With us, there was no real complaints. But you know women, gotta make a problem out of nothing. And she went through my phone. Alright, I feel like this is important to say. We both had access to each other's phones, only because we had nothing to hide. I never had the thought to go through her phone when her male friends would call. Number one, we're not together. And two, I'm that nigga. You feel me? I'm not the type of trip. We were a complete open book. Well, so I thought. As you know, my 2K team was in my past. Because anytime they showed up on my phone, she questioned it. So I'm a changed man. All my attention was on old girl. Either way, she looked betrayed and pretended to be unbothered, as usual, even though she was the only one I was smashing. We were going back and forth with the jealousy, so I popped the question. Can I save you? But she will always say that
Timing is wrong, you're good enough, but things are complicated right now. Just know, you're above them all, you're my best friend, and I love you.
But all I really heard was,
You ain't shit, you ain't level bitch shit, and I want to replace you with a man who's rich and tall. But I always want you in my life forever.
bruh, I never felt so helpless in my life. Everything I cared about was spiraling out of control. I couldn't get a grasp of anything. All I could do was watch things play out and hope for the best. Like I was losing myself. Not because of the but everything was going against me. It's like life said, you know what? You about to get these hands, good buddy. Tough ain't even the word for the struggles. Out of nowhere, she had a new persona which began to surface. Something cold and distant. She started treating me like a stranger, as if the couple years together was a figment of my imagination. I never seen this side of her. Well, to other men, I did, but never to the GOAT. She started singing that Meg song a little too much. I started thinking to myself, maybe she's into someone else. She's always going out clubbing, even on a Tuesday, so there's a chance of her finding a new interest. But I started questioning her motives, because every single day led to an argument. I just know she was being dismissive and nothing was getting through to her, as if this was intentional. At one point, she couldn't get enough of the kid. We went from to
I hate you!
Well, you know what? I hate your ass too.
I was getting so frustrated. I needed answers. So I, a man, male figure, yes, did the unthinkable in social standards. I went through her phone. Well, laptop. And what? Insecure or not, or whatever you want to call it, I needed to know. I refuse to look stupid, so fight me. I don't care. Don't at me. Besides, she did it first on several occasions. I tried to be the adult and talk to her, but this persona person was f***ing things up. When I went through though, I didn't really see anything to trip about at first. Cause again, we weren't together, but the feels, them damn feels. As I kept scrolling, I noticed some messages were deleted. She was covering up her tracks to where I can only assume and not have valid proof. But I'm not stupid. That's enough information for me to put two and two together. She was lying about where she's been and who she was with. Call me crazy, but that's all the information I needed to know. She wasn't keeping it 100. And I remember she telling me how she used men for her personal benefits. I'm not knocking how you move, but you gotta tread lightly on things like that, because some men don't have anything to lose. But I try to mind my own business. She wasn't my girl, but I was being a friend. Wait. What if she was running game on me this entire time? Oh shit. But I knew what was. She wasn't gonna catch me slipping. No sir. She caught me slipping. These web of lies. I felt like she was trying so hard to get me to open up and be vulnerable with her in the early stages, just to switch up on me. For what? Maybe this was part of her evil scheme. Was I part of the man she was telling me about? Was I a puppet?
No strings on
So
me.
confusing. Cause she's the type to say the opposite of what she mean. Why do women do this? I felt backstabbed. I knew I was feeling some way when I started listening to goddamn NSYNC. Nah, it got worse. I was feeling like Drake 2.0. For real. Yeah, Matt.
Bro, relax and come back to bed. Please, you're overthinking things.
Damn. You hate to see it. It was a sad sight to see. I didn't know what to believe anymore. She was giving off this ambiguous energy. It sucked because I still had feels for her. We Libras, we love too hard, man. And it's hard to get out. Reasons why I don't catch feelings. Loving her was starting to feel like poison. Venom. That I was losing myself to. And I hated it. I needed an escape. At some point, we just sat there, laying up under each other. Quiet. And she just began crying. Like boo-hoo crying. That's when I knew things probably weren't going to get better. I always was looking out for her best interest. So I left, thinking that space and time apart would help. First off, how you break up with somebody when y'all not even together? Man, situationships hit harder than an actual relationship. I always say what you mean what you say. At one point, while we were apart, she told me to, and I quote, go with someone else. Oh, so we're like done. Before, I turned down women who was shooting their shot at me. Bad ones too. Just for her to tell me that, when before she was complaining about other women, got me f***ed up. But her pushing me away and running from her feelings had me feeling some type of way. That's when I knew I had to break these chains. I wasn't myself. I was too attached, and being that attached have you feeling unstable. So, with some encouragement, it happened.
Warrior, cold and ruthless. I can run my strength alone, uninhibited by foolish emotion. Return me to the way I was.
I did what she said. I didn't want this because I knew how things were going to play out. But you're not going to be disrespecting the kid thinking I'm still a simp. And of course, manipulation 101, she tried to use this as ammo against me and gave her a reason or excuse to get involved with someone else and try to make me feel guilty about it, knowing this is what I was trying to avoid. Gaslighting and toxicity at its finest, people. This is when I knew she's not the same person I thought I knew. I can reciprocate that negative energy where I don't give a because once you cross me, I cut you off. It's like burning a bridge that connects us. There's no coming back unless you're willing to swim. And to top it off, she had the audacity to come back crying over what someone else did to her after she left me hanging. Yeah, no longer my problem. So now we're here. I had the choice to save her or let her go. The answer was obvious, but I was still hesitating because she wanted me to be in her life forever, and I'd be lying if I didn't feel the same. But I don't do entanglements, I cause them. So I had to pull a Sasuke and cut ties, because that's the only way I know how to let go of these emotions. So yeah, I fucked that up. I know she cared, and she was challenging me to be a better man at the end of the day. I said and did a lot of mean things to her that I didn't mean, but it's for the best, and I'm positive it's for good this time. No more back and forth between us. I had a moment, a brief moment. If she sees this video, maybe she'll understand where I was coming from, or still hate me. It's debatable. She wanted to do some making up, even though she was involved with someone new. Tempting, but nah. Would have been even more unhealthy now that other people are involved. Old girl didn't know this, but when we were apart, I ran across a new face, a friend. So at the time, I couldn't let her find out on why I couldn't continue to keep old girl around anymore. Besides the fact it was too late, but I didn't want her to know about the perfect woman. But that's a story for another video. Thanks for watching.